I was a good boxer, but boxing wasn't my main, my goals in life. I'm living my goal in life. I got a beautiful wife and a family, and I own a company, and I live the American dream. Okay. I am, when they talk about the American, I am the American dream. I'm the American dream.
Hey everybody, welcome to KROSS BARZ, where we discuss interesting topics with alternative perspective. I am your co-host Big O, and I have with me
Tanae's in the building one more time with our special guest, Mr. Verquan. Kimbrough, give it up to Mr. Verquan.
What's
Mr.
up, you guys?
Hey. Yeah. I'm excited about this one. And he's our first, athlete, first male athlete. Him and Sierra, they setting records.
Male athlete. I'm about to say now, we got a
right, male. Sierra was our first female athlete, and you are our first male athlete. So the Kimbrough is holding it down on KROSS BARZ. So shout out to you guys for that. Appreciate it.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
My sister said, I think she could take you. And I was like, she can, like that. You know what I mean? When it's like in football and stuff, I said, she can.
When he's laying down, when he's
I'm really out of shape now, but I was like, it's all good, But let's start off because let you know this is like just going to be a conversation about the progression of Verquan Kimbrough. How you develop as a person and as a fighter, and I know you probably have other endeavors and interests, and we'll go about that as well. So tell us, where are you from, Mr. Kimbrough?
I'm from Alquippa, Pennsylvania. Tony Dorsett. I'm from a football town. Darrell Reeves, Tony Dorsett, Sean Gilbert, Ty Law, Chuck Fisher, all of them boys. That's my hometown.
Wait. So okay, so Western. I'm from the
hometown where most of them NFL players.
Yeah. I heard that in that area, y'all got a bunch of Hall of Fame quarterbacks. You say that area has more Hall of Fame quarterbacks than any other place in the United States of America.
This area, yeah.
Western.
Why? What is it? It's just, I wonder why. What's the
water, girl? The water.
Come on.
The water.
Alquippa.
So that means your son, he got it in him. He's finna come up next.
No, they told me you got to be over there near the Schuylkill River in Philly and drink out of the Schuylkill River. Then you would be really there. They said that Pennsylvania over there, they call that area Mississippi. That's what they call it. He's like out western part of Pennsylvania. That's Mississippi out there, But they said, look, they give everybody in Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh area, they give them a pass. Because they was like, in between Philly and Pittsburgh, they said, it get a little strange in there. Pittsburgh is good, Philly good, but you get in between, they be like, that's Mississippi.
Yeah.
I was like, Yeah. So I was like, all right, look, I'm from Jersey.
Alquippa.
Yeah,
I was wondering how you said it. I was saying it wrong. Alquippa.
Okay. So now, Alquippa, I guess you've been bred to be a football player because you name all of football players. So did you play football growing up?
Growing up, when I was younger, when I was like, I think I stopped. I played like the twerps and termite, the little, the little football.
The
Pee-wees.
Up until like 10.
And I was 11. Good too. I was a tailback too.
Oh, I could tell.
I was a hitter too. It was tailback, and I played tailback and corner. I was a hitter, but my size, I wasn't growing.
No. You talking to a football player? Absolutely, I know.
I wasn't. My size wasn't. My heart was bigger than my size.
All day, man.
I got a good question. So could your young Verquan beat the now Sierra in football? What about that? Huh? You ever thought about that?
Oh yeah,
What's I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, smash.
I don't know. She might have knocked your block off a little bit.
I was a hitter though. Sierra was fast.
She'll run away from you. Yeah, she'll run away from you.
I was a hitter, but if she was coming up that, up in that middle or something, and I'm on that strong safety or something. She going, listen, I put somebody out. Every game I was putting somebody out.
Okay. So now, you're playing football, then just like myself, I was a linebacker in high school and college. They said, you're going to be a corner. I was like, I had speed. So I was like, yeah, okay, I understand. But so now you're playing football, starting to see everybody getting a growth spurt. Now you looking like, all right, this ain't going to be it because I got a heart of a lion.
Yeah, no. Let me stop you though. Let me stop you because football wasn't the only thing I wrestled. I played baseball and I was a wrestler. So football was in the mix. They were we had seasons, you know what I'm saying? So when it was wrestling season, I wrestled. When it was football season, I played football. It was basketball. I played a little bit of basketball. I think I played like 4 years. Yeah. But hooping
is this season.
Just athlete, all around athlete. Yeah, just like sports.
Yeah, wrestling. That's how I got into boxing.
Oh, wrestling.
Wrestling is how you got into boxing? Okay, say that again.
Yep. Wrestling is how I got into boxing. Okay, so there was so before I was able to wrestle, before I was able to wrestle, I was a mascot. I was like, they consider me like I had my own singlet. I ran out with because my brother was in high school, so I was following my big brother. I was a young kid. I was following my big brother, so they would let me like have my own singlet, headgear, run out with the team and stuff, and I practice with them. I was just for real. I was just following my big brother. I was just a little, following behind him, doing everything that he was doing. And
shout out to the big brother. All right.
Yeah. And then I was doing everything he was doing. And then, a guy that was on the wrestling team boxed. And then one of the wrestling matches, they seen me practicing with the high school kids, and I was young. And then I wasn't able to wrestle, and he was a boxing coach, and he asked me to come to the gym. I was 11 years old, and I went down to that gym, and I was a natural athlete. I come from a family of athletic genes, so athletes run. So I picked it up real quick. I picked up boxing real quick, and then I excelled rapidly as an amateur. I think my first fight, I stopped the dude in like the third round, and I just kept winning. I won a lot. So
yeah, so now you did a lot of sports. So we got you doing football, then you went to wrestling, played a little basketball in between, and then you went to baseball. Summer times, what was that like? Because I would say that was downtime, or that was just full of chasing girls.
No, I wasn't chasing no girl. I was making something. I was special, man. My mama said I was a special kid. You was just, or she would tell me, she this her favorite. You were just different. What do you mean? I was different. I had a, listen. I think everyone that's born, God places something inside of them, and everybody reaches that, navigates that special things inside. It's a gift, whatever that gift is. I had an encounter with my own gift at an early age, So
I love that.
I had an encounter with my own gift at an early age, and I was, and you can tell it was something given because I was young. I was 11, waking up at 4:00 in the morning, going running. Listen, at 11 years old, I woke up. My mom said,
dedication.
I gotta go running. It was something that was internal inside of me. I run 2 miles and I go to school, and I kept a great.
I go to school.
Yeah, I go to school.
2 miles. Yeah. I don't even want to drive 2 miles before school.
Yeah, so I would go to school, and I kept a 3.8 grade point average, and
Oh, wow.
it was either listen. Basically, I'm saying I was telling myself, oh, I'm gonna be something in life. You know what I'm
I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna be something.
I'm going somewhere. Yeah, I'm shaking something. Something gotta shake.
Yeah. I ain't gonna be around
And
here.
I came up.
Legends.
Yeah, and I came up pretty fortunate, man. My mother was my mom, and my father. My father worked on the railroad, and he made good money. And my mom was a RN and an LPN and all like that. She did her own steps, and so I come from a good, a good foundation, a good foundation, and that's kind of hard. Listen, because these days, and I'm in Alquippa, it's predominantly black, and you don't to get two parents in the same household, that's a difficult thing, and
right.
I was brought up with two of my, my mother and my father in my house, and my children gonna have, the mama and the father in the house too.
Absolutely.
Love it.
So now my question becomes, you have this athletic family, you come from good stock, you already set the foundation for it. So, your older brother, was he a boxer as well?
No, he didn't. Man, no. My brother ain't like getting hit.
Yeah, like that. Okay.
That's why he had that ball. He run.
But let me tell you, if he would have, he was more like a. See, I was more like a Sugar Ray Leonard.
Oh yeah,
and my brother was.
You got that good hair. I see it.
Yeah, I was more like a Sugar Ray Leonard, style of fight, and my brother was more like a no, not a haggler. Like a Roy Jones. He was more like a pretty boy type fighter. He was more like a Roy Jones. He wanted
He flash.
But he couldn't take no hits. He wasn't taking no. Listen,
nah.
And I think
Go ahead.
Yeah, he wasn't going to take no hits, and I think I think everybody hit a certain age. When my brother hit an age with the athletics, and he started getting into girls and money, and the street started getting involved. So he led off in a different direction.
Okay.
And got himself in a little bit of trouble, But
okay,
I'm glad he's doing very well now. His walk,
Alhamdulillah.
Everybody's walk is different. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You got the
right. What's meant for you is meant for you.
Walk,
right.
Yeah, his walk was kind of his different, and him being a big brother, man. I'm a little brother. I want to do everything my big brother do. But somebody had their hand on me saying, I ain't going that route though.
That was my question. Yeah, why come you didn't follow him that road? You looked up to him, it was your brother. Like, what kept you from going that way?
Typically you got brothers, and listen, I come from a tight knit, very tight. It was just us boys. It was just 3 boys in the household, and we were close. And me and my oldest brother, one that's older than me. I had one that just passed away. God bless him. He was the oldest brother, but me and the one I'm speaking of, were always close. They laid in the same bed together, and slept together the whole night. And I just that's why I said it was something special for me not to travel that road or travel that it just something was on me. I seen a different path and different way, and I navigated, which was a blessing. I was blessed. I was blessed.
No doubt. So now tell me about from being a younger brother, avoiding the street, and you said, all right, I'm going to choose this sport of boxing because football is like you play football. It's like, yeah, I want to be on a team. Basketball is like, yeah, let's go play basketball. Boxing, you can't go play boxing. Boxing is a lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah. You can't play boxing.
You can't play boxing. Ain't no playing no boxing.
Yeah.
So those are the sports. Those are, man, I'm gonna tell you I was so naturally good at the sport Then I started making. I was really, as an amateur, I was, man, listen, I was really well, and I was, I was beating everything. Everybody I was fighting, I was just running through them. And I'm talking about, I'm stopping kids at a young age, and I'm knocking kids out at young. I was young. I was, man, it was a blessing. And but my brother, I think, my brother, he wasn't letting nobody hit him.
I got you.
He was on the street. I don't know how he got like he got, but he was on. Listen, I don't know how he got like he got, because you take two individuals growing up in the same household, the same, right. You know what I'm saying, but they're thinking, and he was very educated, straight A student. And
wow,
straight A student, but when you excel so much in one thing, you're lacking somewhere else. And I was all even. I wasn't too smart. I wasn't too dumb. I was more of a B student or a C student.
No, with a 3.8.
I was more like a BC student. Yeah, I was more like a B student.
All right, Maverick, thing, because 3.8 means you only got one B. That's what a 3.8 is. It's a 4.0 and a 3.8.
That was
is
a
right
good
there.
year. It rounded out to be. He got focused.
Yeah, when I graduated. Yeah. If I look at, it was. So listen. I had to work to get to them grades. I'm talking about where my brother, it just came naturally. He retained the information, and I had to study. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put all. Ever since I was little, I always had to put the work. I always had to put the work in. So in order for me to gain knowledge and get grades, if I wanted an A, I had to work. I had to study. And where he was, he could read something and he retained that information. I can go ask him today now about something in school and he still remember it. Where you can ask me, I don't know, man. I don't know. No. You know what I'm saying?
Like, that ain't important. I didn't need to remember that. That wasn't important. I don't care about no geometry.
Yeah, it ain't stick in there.
Yeah. So now, okay, you graduate from high school. So I'm assuming that you started getting some notoriety for boxing while you were in high school.
Oh, when I was in high school. Listen, when I was in high school, I made the Olympic team when I was in high school.
Well, what grade were you in? Like, you was a junior, senior? Or you don't tell me you made it ninth grade. Yeah, don't say
no. In high school, I was. I made the Olympic team when I was
16, 17?
17, 18 years old.
Wow.
So I was 17, 18 years old.
Okay.
And my last year of school, I was over my senior year of high schoul. Shoot, they just but I was already an honor student. They gave me all my grades. They gave me my whole last year. They knew what my dad was. I didn't go to school. I was overseas. I was on the Olympic team and I was training over in Ireland. I was in Ireland training in a USA Olympic dual meets. Yeah. So before the Olympics, when I made the Olympic team, so before the Olympics, they have all you go and compete against the countries and stuff that you're going to it's like a trial type run. We'll go fight against France, and then we'll go 1 week and fight against against England or whoever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they call them duels, and then you fight in the Olympics.
Okay.
So the ring went to those. So from your ring is where you got exposed to these opportunities to go to the Olympics, whatever ring that you were fighting with or training at.
What you mean? Whatever ring?
But maybe I'm saying it wrong. Whatever boxing camp you were with, is that how you were exposed to, the opportunities to fight at the Olympics? Like, how did you even connect that?
Okay, so how I got able to get there, get like on the national. I had won the nationals, so I was number one in the United States. So there's tournaments that go on. it's tournaments that go on even now. They got a POW tournament it's called. They got a U.S. National, U.S. Championships.
Okay.
You know, all these
right.
different goes to where everyone coming from all over the country and they meet up. So the East Coast has, I think it's Philadelphia. So Philadelphia, you know, everybody on the East Coast, New York, all those guys.
Right.
And the best of each weight class meet up against everyone on the West Coast. Yeah, on the West Coast. And then they duel it out, and whoever wins. And it will always be, I'm the only one from Pittsburgh, and it will always be, everybody else will be like from Philadelphia. Because Philly is big, boxing is big in like Philadelphia area.
Yeah.
17
years old. That's crazy.
So when I made when I won the US Nationals, that gave me a spot for the Olympic team. Being on the Olympic team. But even then, you still gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta fight.
Right.
Yeah, you still gotta fight to get. I had to do a couple more fights, but then I turned I skipped it. I skipped the Olympics and everything and turned professional.
Right.
That money was
I know.
To go on.
Do you ever regret that? Do you regret it? That you
I get asked a lot. So my decision making and why I turned professional is the prior Olympics, which was in 2000. There was a couple guys that made the team. One name was Ricardo Juarez, Ricardo Williams, and those guys lost. They won. I mean, they made the Olympic team. They got like gold medal or silver medals, like right, you know, silver medals at the Olympics. And then they got like these $1 million contracts and stuff. And then once they turned professional, like their third or fourth fight, they lost early in their career. And so a lot of investors that invest in boxers was pulling out. And
gotcha.
And when I went to go, you know, when I seen that happen, I was number one. So I instead of me taking that risk of going to the Olympics, losing, I went and got that money.
Okay.
I went and got that money quick, early.
I got you.
Hey, me.
So being that you went and got the money quick, how do you think that affects your development? Because going in early, let's say for other sports versus boxing, is usually they go a few rounds and they some boxers and from history. So for instance, one of the best well-known one would be Mike Tyson. He made it to the finals, but then got cut because they kept Tyrell Briggs. But when he fought Briggs in the pros, he knocked him out. Another one would be Floyd Mayweather. He went there and then he lost, and then that was very controversial. And I think he went pro because of the politics that was in amateur fighting, especially in the Olympics.
Right. And the politics was there too, the same way. But no, it didn't cripple me.
Okay. So now
it didn't cripple me.
Okay.
And I think it didn't cripple me because I had my life ran its course all the way up to now. Like I had stuff planned out already, like on what I was doing. First of all, let me say this, because I wanted to go to medical school. I wanted to be a doctor.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I wanted to go to medical school. I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
But I was an athlete. I was athletic too. But my main focus was always being a provider for my family. You get what I'm saying?
I love that. Bars, man. Bars.
Yeah.
I know you was young, but I love it.
Yeah, I was young. Listen, so boxing boxing was just my avenue of getting to where I need to get to faster. Listen, I had a brother that was in trouble. Man, I wanted to help him. You know, I felt like, listen, the direction he was going, and if I was boxing, I can give him. Listen, he can be my man. Right. Let him be my manager or something. Or you know what I'm saying? I just seen a bigger picture. You said my bigger picture wasn't I wanted to be the next Floyd Mayweather. No, like no. If I would have reached those goals, or if I would have reached that plateau, man, I'd be all for it. But that was never my big picture goal. You know what I'm saying? I just was a young kid from I guess a small athletic background community, a football community that just wanted to be a giver, man. Wanted to give back to somebody.
Okay. So when you talk about providing, but your mom was a nurse and your father was working
and I put my mama back to school.
Okay, so we got to talk about that.
My mom was an LPN for years.
Okay.
But what was able to happen was when I started making some money, I started getting paid. When I made the Olympic team, so they started paying me, brother. Is there enough travel? I started getting paid. Yeah. I started getting that bag. When you make the Olympic team, you start getting some money. I started getting paid.
You're about to get some people in trouble.
It's legal, right? It should be legal money.
No. Wait a second. No. Wait a second. They give you a per diem. Not that type.
Okay.
I'm talking about from the not illegal stuff.
All right.
Because I know
cleared it up on KROSS BARZ, right? Cleared it up.
I know some guys. I know some people that was in that type of but no. I'm talking about from the USA committee. You get a per diem, and you know. And I think I was getting like, because I was a top fighter, I make like $1,200 per a month. From a young kid, you know, I'm in high school, man. I'm getting $1,200 a month in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But then, but then once people start seeing, he's getting and he really good. You gotta realize this area was made. The area that I live in, which is Alquippa, was made. Boxing wasn't big in the Pittsburgh area like that. So if what I've done in this area, I couldn't have done, how I got so popular in boxing from this area, I couldn't have done that in Philadelphia. Everybody done won national titles.
Gotcha. Right. Yeah, right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It was a hustle. Right. I hustled the game. I just was in a good area at the right time, and I worked the system to benefit what I was trying to do, what I wanted, what I was trying to do in the long haul. But so far as I was a good boxer, but boxing wasn't my main, my goals in life. I'm living my goal in life. I got a beautiful wife and a family, and I own a company, and I'm moving. I'm progressing in life in general. That was my main. That's a goal for me. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right. Are you talking about the tax company? Because I read something about you owning a tax company somewhere in Texas or something.
Yeah. I own a property tax consulting firm in Houston, Texas. But I own Houston, Texas. It does, I live the American dream. Okay. I am, when they talk about the American, I am the American dream. I'm the American dream. I'm talking about ain't nobody gave me nothing, and ain't nobody supposed to too, either. Not. I'm just saying that, but I came from. Listen, I bought my first home when I was 19. I started my own company with my own money. Everything I do from the ground up on my own. And now it's me and my wife.
You better recognize. You better throw it in there.
Yeah. I gotta throw her in there. she's the backbone for me, you know.
All right, I got you. So now you go
Go
pro.
ahead.
Okay, so now you go
So
pro.
let me tell.
And during that time period,
let me tell you, because if you follow boxing, let me tell you, as a professional, I didn't turn pro like the ordinary professional. I never had a promoter. Yeah.
Keep on it. Go ahead. Give us some bars. What you got? What happened?
Okay. Yeah, so I never had a promoter. When I turned professional, I had a casino owner, right? I went down. Before, when I got into boxing, I wanted to learn the business too. I had to learn. I learned the game, the business, on how the things was playing. You know where all the money's generated for boxing. Because if I was gonna get in this game, I want to milk this game for as much as I can, easy as possible. But I was through my amateur career when I was winning. Thank this guy. Listen, the stage was set for me because there was a guy, my trainer named Tom Yankello, you know, and who every time I would fight and I would win, he would put my name in a paper. He would call my local newspaper and have them run a little ad or something, and they'll put it in the paper. Whatever I was doing, whenever I fought, whenever I win, they'll put it in the paper. Eventually, that buzz, people picking up that paper, they start reading it, and that buzz started getting around. And then the more of the stuff I won when I started winning national titles, and I won like the piles, and you'll put that in the paper, and I start creating the buzz. So I started creating. That's how I built up my following. Everything I did was from ground zero. You know what I'm saying? So I started building up a following. I started getting a following, and the guy who ran all the ads in the paper, his name was Mike Byers, and him and my dad played football together. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was, even in this area, everybody
in lined up.
It was like everything was in alignment. You know, that's why I said it was a blessing it was a gift from God that allowed me to mastermind everything I had mastermind at a young age like that. Listen, I didn't turn professional as y'all see the fighters, their fighters got managers, and you'll see Floyd
Some
don't
type
know
of sponsors, a bunch of sponsors with them and things like that. Okay.
Sometimes somebody in their pockets. Everything I fought for, I kept 100%. Nobody get no pockets. I paid everybody to do stuff. I was at a young age, and I didn't know what I was doing either. You know what I'm saying? I was learning on the go. It was just something that I knew I had a skill set. I knew I was athletic, and I was good, and I used it to my advantage to get to get the stuff that I want. So I went on from boxing, started my own promotional company.
What was that name? What was the name of that promotional company?
They Thoroughbred Boxing.
Thoroughbred Boxing, because I read that you were on one camp and then you left the camp, but not having a manager, wouldn't that hurt you as far as sponsorship and getting more money?
No, not at that time. It didn't. No, not having a manager wouldn't hurt me. I am the money.
No, because
so how did you book your fights? But how would you?
They would promote your fights so you could get bigger and better fights and better purse.
So no, listen.
It's not.
So
okay.
my deal was I had a contract with a casino owner.
Gotcha.
Okay, me and the casino owner. Listen, I did this. That's what's gonna be so interesting if anybody ever get like knowing what I've done, because I went to a casino owner. Me and him really good friends. His name was Ted Arnaud of Mountaineer Racetrack and Game Reserve. If you look at
that.
That's right. Most of my fights are from fought down Mountaineer Racetrack and Game Reserve. So me and the casino owner, see, casinos and boxing run hand to hand.
Hand in hand.
Gambling.
That's right.
Gambling. That's where it came up on. I read the gambling and drinking and fighting and all of that. kind of rallied around boxing.
It runs hand in hand. Entertainment. So those, I could fill up a slot of entertainment, and I had a following. I had built up a following from every time I would fight. I put it in the paper, but I was never able to fight locally. You get what I'm saying? I was never able to fight. Now that casino, that mountain there where I'm at, is probably half an hour from where I lived at. So I never fought here, but everybody kept reading about me and knowing that, and then I became #1 in the United States. I made the Olympic team, and then now I'm gonna have my last fight before I turn professional, and then I turned professional down. My last fight I did was down in Mountaineer Racetrack and Game Resort. Now watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Now I had Shelly Finkel, Lou Duva, Gary Shaw, Don King, all the big wigs. I called each one of them up individually. This is the way my mind was thinking at 19. I called each of them individually up, say, you come down to see my fight. I'm going to turn pro with you. I told each one of them guys, because I never wanted to do business with the boxing guys. I wanted that casino money, because casinos got the big money. That's where all the money's, majority, when you see Las Vegas and all them, Mayweather, all the fights is done in Las Vegas. And why majority of the fights is done in Las Vegas? Because each one of those casinos, that have entertainment, that have a bigger venue for a boxing match, they can compete against each other on who had to fight at which casino. And they outbid each other. One casino may say, I get 10 million. The other one say, I get 50 million. Or the other one say, I get, whoever outbids them, that's where the fight's going to be hit. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
I got you.
I'm in an area where there was only one casino. There wasn't I'm in the area where there was one casino. And this casino, so everybody that want to go have fun and they want to gamble, everybody comes down there. All the Pittsburgh, everybody comes down there. Everybody was heading down there to that casino. And then I knew that. Like I knew, man, that's where all the fights are done. So I call up all them promoters or whatever and tell them, hey, each one of them, you come down, I'm gonna sign with you. And you come down and see me fight. I sold the place out. It was my last amateur fight before I turned professional. Of my last amateur fight. And I sold the place out.
Okay.
So now watch this. Now watch the hustle here, right?
That was.
Huh?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right, but watch this hustle here. So I sold the place out. Mm-hmm. I turned back around the very next day. And I went down I scheduled me a meeting with the casino owner. And then I went down there. I dressed in the suit, had me a little suit. Now I'm 19 years old now. This is my mom was. I was about
to say, what is your mom and them? Who's taking you? Who's
nobody took me.
Over all of these things. Thank you.
So now listen. We do understand that you you did some very ambitious business as a 19-year-old.
19, bro.
19, get involved
That's
with a
crazy.
Casino owner and doing that. However, during that time, you came out with a lot of top-notch boxers. You talking about 2000, right? Like 2000, 2001,
2003.
Yikes! Like the big dogs was there. That was prime Sugar Shane. That was De La Hoya. That was
no. They were before me.
Yeah, they was there. But I'm talking about prime. Yeah, they was there below Floyd, but they was fighting in their prime around that time. I remember.
Yeah, they were in their prime. Yeah,
they were prime.
Listen, so yeah, I was never gonna be able to see. I wasn't never gonna see those guys.
Why not?
No, because because the age bracket and the experience, they'd have been on their way out. I would have never seen those guys.
What was it? Floyd, I think, not Floyd.
Andy Pacquiao was
mostly, I think, retired in 2012. I think.
No, so when I turned professional, in what? 2000.
2003. It said 2003.
Oh, okay. I got you. 2003.
Yeah,
That's a little later.
2003.
Got you.
Yeah.
They were on their way out of there.
Okay.
Shoot.
So Jab and Ike Cortez, who else?
Zab Judah?
Yeah, Zab. Yeah.
Now I would have fought Zab on his last hurrah. Because you realize, listen, I had to be built up too. It takes time to build up a fighter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was taking time. And listen, I wanted them to take as much time as they wanted because I was milking it. I can fight. I was good, but I wanted to make sure I wanted to make sure when I got out of that game, I had all my functionality.
Got you.
I was financially stable. I had created where, man, I didn't want to be dependent on boxing. Yeah. I could do something without boxing. My money, my income ain't changed from boxing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that. So.
But I go ahead. I got a question.
I always thought different. I always thought. I was special. I was blessed.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Right before you quit, and I don't know how long it was between the fights or whatever, but it was like you were doing good, and then you had this one loss to the name Litzow.
Jason Litzow. Yep.
Jason Litzow. When you had that, after that, it just seemed like the draw, then like 3 more losses after that, and then you were done. Like, what was happening in that time period where you just kept getting the losses?
I started making money out. I started making more money outside of it. So now I'm just gonna cash in. I started making money outside. So in the beginning when we started, I told you guys my boxing wasn't my.
Yeah.
Wasn't my.
So you wasn't focused. You was focused on other things besides boxing.
In the beginning, I was more focused in the beginning of boxing because I knew it was. So first of all, I didn't have as much knowledge that I had about the game or knew what I can do at the game, in the game, until I got in the game. You get what I'm saying? I get it. Yeah. So before I got rooted into the game, I didn't know. But as I started to learn and know how grimy and snake that business is, and then and then not only that, how just. I want to get. I want to get what I can get and get on out of it. I just knew. And me being I didn't want to. I didn't want to get to the the Floyd Mayweather type. That. But I mean, I never wanted that. Something got to be in your heart, and that stuff wasn't in my heart. Boxing. I think I ran myself dry too. I had so many amateur fights. I had over probably 200-300 amateur fights. I could spar probably way more than that. And I just think I was as a young kid, I did it, and I just think my life, me personally, I was working my way into the change. And if I could have changed earlier, I probably would have changed earlier. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have went into something else to what I'm into now early.
Okay, so the person that I would actually look at you as far as the age range and size, Adrian Broner. How do you feel about him as a fighter?
AB a good fighter too. He was good. He was a good fighter, and he's younger than me.
Yeah, he came in a little after you, but so y'all overlap.
Yeah, but me and him was supposed to fight. It was towards the end of my career. They offered me to fight Adrian Broner. I said no.
Okay. So hold on. So tell me why you said no.
I'm gonna tell you why I said no. First of all, they try to get so when you're coming up and when you're on your way out, like when you're on your way, on your way out, they'll find you guys so I was on the B side of things.
Gotcha.
Adrian Bruner was the A side of things at that time. And I'm not going to put myself.
Right.
So listen, that's when you start seeing those fighters when they start really getting hurt, and then they've been in there too long. You see some of them old fighters that had a name and they come back and they just, man, they just get in there and they get a beat for a check. No, I never needed the money. I already had the bread. I already had the money. So I didn't need it. So when I got offered that fight at that time, like when I got offered that, I was on my second or third loss, and Adrian Bruner was just coming out, and they asked me to fight. No, I'm not fighting Adrian Bruner. No, I'm on a. I just came off of. I'm cashing in. You're not gonna kill me though on my cash in. I'm coming off 2 losses. Listen, you gotta realize. Listen, so let me say this first. Boxing is a business too, and as a fighter, I had to remove myself as a fighter from being prideful and look at myself as a business as well. That's a difficult task because for me, I feel like I could beat anybody. Still to this day, I feel like as an athlete, I could beat somebody. But logically, as a businessman, I'm not gonna jump in there with somebody that's fresh in the game. They fresh when you first getting into it and you winning, you fresh, man, can't nobody touch you right now. And I wasn't gonna get set up for that one. And
so
not
I read. Go ahead.
Not for what they was trying to pay me either.
I hear that, but I have a little something else though. It said that some of the reasons why you quit too is that you were struggling with like an eating disorder. I did read about that. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. I suffer from.
So is that from the pressures of just like trying to maintain a light weight?
That's right. That's how I became bulimic. I can't, but I said that bulimic, but so you can say it was, but it wasn't a disorder where it was only for me to make weight. You know what I'm saying? But listen, once I stopped boxing, I ain't throwing up since. You see what I'm saying?
I don't got to believe me. I just trying to make weight to get this money. I got you.
No, and the reason I said that because it goes into a whole nother thing about, athletes and especially male athletes. They don't talk about it a lot, but you do that. I mean, the women, it's more often, but for men, you don't talk about it. So they don't have a lot of statistics on it, but it's proven not just in boxing, but in football and other things that males have these. It's a small percent, maybe like 2 to 3%, that actually report it, but it actually happens. And did you see anybody while you were in it that got into it so horrible that it happened? And the only reason I'm saying this is because like I like research. And so boxing, I like boxing, but I had to, look up some stuff. But there was the first lightweight boxer. His name is Joe Gans, first lightweight champion, right? And they had forced him to stay at a certain weight.
That's what was happening. That was what was happening to me.
And that he actually, this was back in like early 1900s.
Hurt himself.
He ended up being so ill that he got tuberculosis and he died. So that's why I brought that up. He actually died. It was the first lightweight name is Joe Gans, Gans. And but it was really interesting to hear that. And I heard your story, and then there was some other thing about I think one of a college guy he came out about. I think he was running football or track or something, and he was going through that. So I'm just wondering, how often that is.
So that's why my trainer wanted me to fight at 126. Now imagine this. So now that I'm older, I look at it. He wanted. I fought. I won nationals at 132 pounds. Now typically, whatever you weigh in at, you weigh more than that. You know what I'm saying? So when I go weigh in, if I weigh on the scale at 132, I'm probably really 135, 130. I mean 138, 139 after weighing because I done depleted my system in order for me to make weight. And then I'm gonna go eat and put all the stuff back on. Well, I fought amateurs at 32. I won nationals, everything at 32. Now then my trainer had convinced me fight 26 and which messed up my whole career, the longevity of my career in that aspect. I could have milked it a little bit longer, but with it, so I turned professional at a littler weight class. I fought at 126. So naturally, as you get older, your metabolism slows down. You start to get bigger. Well, well, he was having me get smaller, and what I was doing, I was weakening myself. So that's why they call it. That's where the bulimia came in at. So a couple times, man, but I had to make myself throw up in order to make that weight for that second. You put a couple, you had some money on the table. I had to make that weight, and I did that a couple times. And but what I should have done is, because I was that good, I was really that good. If I would just been regular, don't even worry about let my body naturally grow and be who it is. Because I crippled myself. I took some life from me, so I lost some money from doing it that way. But if I'd have been the HBO fighter, been on a big ESPN2 fighter or something like that. I was that good to hang with those, with those caliber of individuals. And this wasn't even my goal. This was just my hustle to get to where I was trying to get to. You get what I'm saying?
You never wanted to fight in another weight class, like a larger weight class? Most people go lightweight and then they go up middleweight.
I did. I fought at 126. I fought at 132, and I finished at 140. But professionally, growing up amateur, nah. Well, I stayed in those weight class. I stayed in that type of that weight class.
Gotcha.
Okay. So tell me, what was the largest purse, like the fight that you had that had the largest purse financial gain for yourself?
So let me go back. So all of them was for me. So I'm gonna go back to when I signed that contract. When I signed that contract with the casino, listen, the casino, that's what it was never heard of. The casino gave me like a $250,000 signing bonus. They were paying me $16,500 a month to live off of, and then I was getting paid. Let's say if I scheduled a fight, I had a fight, I would fight for no less than 20 grand or somewhere around there, 20. You get what I'm saying?
So the fight.
Yeah, but it progressed. Every fight was different. Because in the beginning fights, you fighting in the beginning when you fighting bums, just to put record. You fighting bums. You fighting for $1,500. You might fight for $2,000. But I have never fought for less than 10 grand. Never.
Got you.
Never. Even because of where the money generated from. The casino. The casinos paid me. They took care of me. That casino owner took care of me. Ted Arnold. I love him because without him, I wouldn't have gained the financial, stability that I had.
Gotcha.
If it wasn't through him.
So my question now is, who do you think is the top guy? Because I see like Earl Spence, I hear Terrence Crawford, Gervonta Davis.
Right there.
Who do you think?
You said it.
Huh?
You said it.
Which one is the best?
Crawford.
Crawford.
Ain't nobody
Crawford.
Crawford the GOAT. Crawford a GOAT, man. Listen. Ain't nobody. They talking about. I think Crawford gonna fight. He might fight. Cause I'm a big Canelo fan. Love Canelo. Canelo's.
I don't know Canelo.
I hear Canelo was the running man. He dodges people.
No, I can't see that coming.
Oh, okay.
No, brother.
You think about that before.
Listen, you know I keep my ear to the street.
Hell no.
They say
I'm gonna tell you who dodged him though. Mayweather didn't want to see Canelo. Mayweather's probably
he made him
probably
look amateur. He made Canelo look like an amateur.
Yeah, when Canelo was older, but
Canelo was younger.
What I'm saying is Canelo has like earlier in Canelo's career. Listen, as you start to Mayweather. Nah, let me stop that. Mayweather's that dude. Yeah, Mayweather is true. Yeah. I gotta call it what it is because every test. But I think if Mayweather's just a smart businessman because let me tell you, he had an opportunity to fight Shane Mosley earlier than what he did.
Oh, he ain't want that problem. He fought Shane on his way out. Yeah, that's the only problem I had. Yeah, you were absolutely right.
That's what I'm telling you. So
back in 2000, I want to say like 2003, 4. Yeah, he avoided him, and he actually, Shane came down, and Mosley went up to fight De La Hoya because it was a bigger payday.
That's right.
However, everyone wanted to see that Shane Mosley but I think Mosley wasn't in his. I don't think Floyd was in his prime. I think Shane was in his prime, and Mosley was ascending. But Shane was in his prime. But when he fought Shane was on his way out. And I was
Shane was on his way out.
Yeah, he was on his way out.
Shane was on his way out.
Yeah.
Shane was, you knew.
Just like Pacquiao. Same thing with Pacquiao. Pacquiao was on his way out. Like that fight should have happened 6 years prior to when they fought. And that's
with Mayweather and Pacquiao?
Yeah.
It'd have been the same result. Same result. Mayweather, listen, I'm telling you, Mayweather that good, bro.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that.
Mayweather that good. Listen, the only person that I would have seen would have gave Floyd a big problem if they would have fought early in his career was Shane Mosley. Yeah. Shane Mosley would have got him. You know what I'm saying? I think Shane Mosley would have, Shane Mosley. But listen, I'm gonna tell you something. It was a book, and that was only in sparring though. But that's Spatafora what Mayweather has. Cool. In sparring. Paul Spatafora. I don't know if you know. He's a Pittsburgh kid.
Okay.
He's a Pittsburgh kid. But that was just in sparring, man. I'm telling you. Oh my God.
Well, if you look at that, I think that, if Zab would have trained right and kept his composure, I think that Zab was beating him. And
Zab caught him in the first round.
Yeah, he was winning, and he just fell apart at the end. It was just like, but at the same time, that's Floyd's strength. Age. No, that's stamina. No, he wasn't training right. He was in them clubs. He thought that boy was something sweet. Like you during the time of Corey Spinks and all of them, and they Corrales and all of them. It was like, but Zab, because at that time I was in Jersey and I was a little more into the boxing, and then I started seeing some stuff, and I was like, it's starting to get clown showish. So, for instance, people starting to come out. I think right after Prince Nassim started doing Prince Nassim.
That's what I'm.
He was. Yeah, look,
he wanted to fight him,
but he was before him. He was on his way out when you were coming on.
Yep, correct.
Yeah. So it was like he started doing stuff, and I was like,
I was in Las Vegas with Prince, and I was talking junk to him in Las Vegas.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I was in Vegas.
Like, I'll knock you out. Like me.
Listen. When I turn pro, bro, you best believe I'm coming. This is
Yeah. But that's cool. But I have some questions, right? Because we do this thing where I do some rapid fire questions, and you could pick either or. You could say both, okay? Or you could just say neither.
Wait, before you start, what question? Your nickname is The Show. Why did you, who gave you that name? He was Verquan, The Show.
Wait a minute, that's some WWE, WWF, The Show.
That's The Show. I wanted to know that before we go. I wanted to know. Who gave you that?
The casino owner was a CEO, casino owner named Ted Arnaud. He started calling me the show.
Gotta come see the show. They
call me Verquan The Show. But listen, Man, I'm telling you, oh man, I've been very fortunate. Oh my gosh.
I know you got Sugar Ray Leonard up there. Like, how did that relationship happen and all of that? Before we get to you, just a couple questions. It's on me now. Oh,
Sugar Ray,
like, yeah.
Sugar Ray announced me turning professional from amateur to professional. He came all the way down here, and the casino owner obviously had that relationship with him, and then of course. Me and him, and he called me his little brother, and in that relationship went that way,
So you never want to do anything else with boxing? You never want to like sort of like a little young camp for the youth? Do you want to give back in that way, or pretty much?
I would like to, but right now my focus is on developing my children at this young age they at. I can see myself navigating that later on once I get, them pretty much under control. And then, I got a company in Houston, Texas that I'm managing. I'm driving, I own a trucking situation, a company over here. And I got a lot, I got a lot going on.
I just wanted to know a couple questions. Like, you're doing good. You're doing what you're supposed to do, man. All right. Oh, I'm good. You can go now. I just had a few questions.
No, we ain't done. Like, I wasn't taking that to wrap it up. I just want to get my questions off before y'all just say, hey. But look, watch this. How'd you meet your wife, man?
Oh,
you ready for that one?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Oh.
That was a blessing for me.
Okay.
All right, so
you got real soft right there. Y'all see that?
Did she ever tell you the story?
Nah, I don't know nothing. I want to hear from you. You tell. I ain't giving you no cues. Nah, you tell me.
All right, so I met my wife. Listen, I was in Houston, Texas. So I was in Houston, Texas, nice. And then I was down there. I started my company up. I was doing property. I do property taxes down there. So. I came back here to my home, and I had a baby mom that's in Houston. I have a daughter out there, and I was just going through.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't developing.
That's where they at.
So listen, I wasn't. I just wasn't. With my daughter's mom, we wasn't equally yoked, so
okay,
it just wasn't panning out. But on my way back, so I always went to church, grew up in church. I grew up in church, went to church just about every Sunday with my grandmother, my mom's mom. So I had where I had a background of it, but just like I was young and I fled away from living according to some of the things I learned church wise, and on my way back from going through what I was going through, I gets back here to my home here, and I open up my Bible. Listen, I'm going through
Mr. Kimbrough.
I'm listening.
Listen, he going around the bush. He ain't telling me. Look, I stepped to her because I seen her in that dress. She was in them jeans. I walked over. I said, listen, it's either the show or there's no go. Like, tell me the truth, brother.
That's how I am.
All right, go ahead.
I am. I'm telling you how this is how I married my wife because I was going through something. I was going through something with my baby mom, and when I came back here, I opened up my Bible, and before I opened up the Bible, I prayed. I said, God, direct my path. Direct my path. And I opened up to a scripture. It said, a man find a wife, find himself a good thing, and obtain favor from the Lord. See, I was more focused on obtaining favor from the Lord. but that wife part was in my spirit. And the first person I turned on, I said, this first person I'm gonna turn on my Facebook. I turned it on, and Sierra's face was the first face I seen, and it wasn't like this. Like you can see my face flush.
Right.
I seen it like this, so I didn't know her, but it was the trust in those words that helped direct me to her. Now, a lot of people
bars on that.
ways.
I give you bars on that. I give you some bars on that.
I don't know, man. I'm shaky right
Now.
now.
Bro, listen, that's true.
If you would have saw, listen, if you'd have saw Rihanna, are we saying another story?
Yeah. Bro, Rihanna was right listen, here with it, I can't listen. Ain't no cut on that story right there. That was the way it was.
I believe you.
So there was a friend, we had a mutual friend that posted up the picture of her from the side. And she had her football equipment on too. Imagine that, right? And I'm like,
right.
Oh, now you wildin'. You wildin' now.
Yeah.
Like, you was up here now. So let me get this straight. You said, look, now watch this. I'm gonna run down what you just told me. I'm gonna run it back.
Yeah.
You turn the face, boom, open your joint, and she over here like this.
Just like that.
Right?
Yep.
Then you kind of did a little bit more investigating. Now she got cleat, shoulder pads, and everything, and you said, that's what I like.
No. See, hold on. It went over his head.
All right, go ahead.
It went over your head.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It went over your head.
Yes, sir.
In the beginning, I said what?
A man who finds a wife finds a good thing.
That's right. It was the words in the beginning that I believed. Right.
It was the words.
That's right. It was the. Listen,
I'm with you.
It was the. Listen, I fell in love with the words first, and the words directed me to see her, and then
you was slipping. You wasn't listening. Oh, you wasn't listening.
I heard what he said because I know better.
Listen,
now I know better. She ran track, and I know it's more than words.
Listen, the words direct me to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I inboxed the person who
put a picture up,
posted up the picture, and I said,
right.
I want to meet who that girl was, that girl you posted up, because I'm gonna marry her. That's the first thing I said to her. The first time I ever met Sierra, the first thing I said to her is said, I'm gonna marry you. Now listen. Now when he's
and I know Sierra.
Now
like, right, Negro.
Listen, that's exactly what she said. Or she was like that. But of course, it just so happened that God directed me to her, that everything fit for me. The body was right. The mind was right.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything else was top. Was a plus.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But let me say there's something that's more important than all that than what Sierra's heart. If you know Sierra got a good heart, and I could trust her. You know what I'm saying? And that's very important to me. That's important to me. I mean, looks do matter. I think you have to be attracted. You're attracted to your spouse, but there's some things that's unexplainable when it comes down to becoming one with the person.
Chemistry.
And Sierra, we were made for each other.
That's great.
You know what I'm saying? We were made for each other. It's something supernatural that happens when I'm with my wife. You get what I'm saying? And that ain't
black love.
And that ain't no game.
Nah,
either.
You get
what she looks like.
I believe you. I totally believe you. I do.
Listen, them boxers are notorious, the biggest dogs in the world. Is that true, sir? Is that true? Would you like to answer on that, sir? Would you want to answer on that?
No, I'll put an answer on it. I got you. Yeah. No. No. When you're in that lifestyle, you gotta realize when you're in that lifestyle and you gotta realize the history of it. See, the problem isn't the problem isn't that a lot of men ain't like that, because I wasn't raised like that. But the history of that sport, of that sport, it's like it comes with it. He said, so sometimes I think more or less I fell into the lines of, I gotta fit in of the image of being a boxer. I gotta fit in that image of a professional athlete. That image of a professional athlete is they got women, or they got a girl, or they got something. Well, that image, that image that I guess, I'm explaining. I didn't want that image for long term.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're a reform dog. Absolutely. You're a reform dog.
I'm a reformer.
He's not a dog.
Absolutely.
Yeah, listen.
Come with the territory.
Yeah, I was.
Yes, absolutely.
He said I'm reformed.
Because I done some. Listen, that boxing world a whole different girl when we come to that, because they come at you for real. And them girls, and I'm talking about. And I'm short. I was a little fighter, but they don't even care. They tall, they care.
They looking at the dollars too.
Yeah, that money speaks different. That money
too.
That money.
I wonder if it's the same thing for the female boxers though. You know, the female boxers. I wonder if it's the same type of. That ain't happening. And you know what Ronda Rousey said? You know what Ronda Rousey said when they were talking about, you know how when they say boxers, you shouldn't have sex before you box, these legs and all that. But Ronda Rousey says for females, it's the exact opposite. She tries to have as much sex as possible before she fights because it boosts the testosterone levels afterwards. Look at her.
I won't be disrespectful, but like is she ingested it? I'm trying not to be disrespectful.
No, you stupid. No, this is what she said. This is what I'm saying. This is what she said. Like I was Googling, I was looking up stuff, and this is what she said in the interview, is that for females, you want to have it a little bit more. It doesn't affect you the same way in males. It's like an opposite. I just had to throw that out there. When I found that out, I'm like, wow.
I ain't a female. I don't know. I ain't gonna find out either.
Look, amen. Yeah. Amen. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Absolutely. All right.
All right.
Yeah. No. We got some more questions. Because you were in Houston, and I got like to shout out to my favorite Jet Beauty when I was in college. I actually called her. I was like this. Me and my roommate, we was looking. I said, "Yo, I gotta meet her." It was Houston, Texas. Nikki Jones, if you're out there, absolutely, that ain't your baby mama, right? All right. Because he got real silent on that. I just said,
no.
Thank you. Okay, he had to roll through the roller day. Like, did I? Like, okay.
My baby mama was somebody else.
Okay, all right, cool. That's cool. No disrespect. I don't want no smoke.
Yeah,
right.
No.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of them dudes. I know like Jay Prince and all them out there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're my partners too.
Look, tell my hat, I'm in a whole nother game. All right, I'm in a podcast game. Whole nother
podcast,
game.
KROSS BARZ.
I'm in a podcast game. So now, okay, so you see her, you didn't read the scripture, you saw her like this, gave you the side eye, you like, yeah, the Lord has guided me your way. Then you saw the whole package like, yeah, the Lord does good. All right. So yeah, I know. Yeah, the Lord. Mm-hmm. So you the Lord done blessed you. All right. So now, how did you feel about your wife playing football?
I supported her.
Good question.
I supported her.
Always.
I don't know. Listen, it was something that had to grow on me.
Okay, because seeing your wife getting hit, I think it does something to a man.
Yeah, somehow it had to grow on me. But seeing her in that atmosphere, shit, it was questionable. I'm like, shoot, my wife. I don't know if my wife If I'm fucking my wife, or she gonna fuck me. What you think?
Listen, I don't
Bars.
know. But it's not, both of them sound good now. I ain't judging.
Listen,
you
so
know, but
There ain't wrong with a little bit of balance.
Look,
A little bit of balance.
listen, it ain't nothing bad about fighting back. Fight back.
So it grew on me. It had to grow on me. I heard, but then I seen see, Sierra ain't gonna do nothing she ain't got passion about. And I seen the passion in there, and I was like, man, listen, I'm not gonna let this. Listen. She want to play football. She want to pad up, and but I'm not gonna be no the dad with the kids. The dad with the kids.
Yeah, you would.
The pub up. Listen. This is what I'm telling you. Listen,
she done put that thing on, that West Virginia thing on. The strollers and everything. I know.
Yeah.
Had the fanny pack with the kid in the front, right?
Yeah, come on, I ain't doing that.
You got the front pack on at the
I can see
game.
him now. They can put a picture up. Look at the champ.
Look at the champ. He got the stroller with the baby in the front with the baby back on. Absolutely.
He had the
That's
passion.
funny.
He had the game with the book bag and like
the little pink elephants on the side.
Girls do. Listen, because I played football, so when you have football and I got a girl, they in the stands, they cheering for you and the whole nine. But now I turn around, I'm doing the cheering. I got the baby. Man, something ain't right. So that was
shout out to all the women
far.
football players, women athletes. Shout out to all the women athletes out there.
Yeah, that was only gonna go so far, and I think Sierra and like, listen. Man, listen, I'm trying. That's only gonna go so far. I'm gonna come to a couple of games, and I support you. I'm gonna support her in whatever she want to do. But
so now you got me to another question, brother. This one gonna be hard too. So now with the women's live and women into men's sports, you have female referees and umpires. You have women coaches in the NBA. What if she says, you know what, I'm gonna be a running backs coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and she got to be in them locker rooms?
So check this out. She ain't gonna do it.
No, what if she do?
Well, I'm telling you, she ain't gonna do it because she know my heart. She know my heart too. So she know my heart too. I'm not having that. My wife around no men, naked men and all like that.
You gotta trust her. Come on.
No, it ain't about a trust. No, it ain't about a trust, right? It's not that I don't trust her, but I'm not gonna. Me as a covering of her, I'm not gonna put her in that situation. You get what I'm saying? I'm her husband. I'm supposed to cover her. Correct. So I'm gonna allow her put her in that situation, and I'm not gonna allow her put me in that situation either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna have no. Listen, because the devil is a bad mammy jammy. He's a bad mammy jammy, and he shows up. You never know where he's everywhere. Wherever there's good, I think the scriptures say wherever there's good, evil is present.
Present, sir.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you right now. Like when I found out this one profession, and I didn't believe somebody until they told me, they say, nah, that's a real profession. Do you know that there's professional oil rubbers onto like strippers and video vixens, like people who put oil on them? I said, somebody got that damn job. I said, what in the hell? But just think about Big O. Like I'm filling out the application. Like, I've been putting oil on myself for some years. I can make sure you are going to be lotioned down. Like if my wife say, like, you have a change of career, yeah, this is a passion of mine. Like I can see that going way wrong because she's like, I ain't gonna put you in this.
That ain't gonna happen.
Slip here and there.
Yeah, you know what? Listen, not only you said she ain't gonna let you do it.
No. I'm saying I won't put myself in that. She won't put like I won't put myself in that situation.
Yeah, you're not gonna put yourself in that situation. And guess what? She ain't gonna allow you to put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, no doubt.
She gonna say, hell, this nigga, She'll look at you and say, nigga, is you crazy?
Yeah. So yeah, and that's true story. So hold on. So I got these questions, right? And so you can say one or the other, or you say one person, other situation, or you can say both or neither. All right.
Go.
So it's gonna be quick fire questions. All right. So if I said, who do you like better as a running back, Tony Dorsett or Emmitt Smith?
Tony Dorsett.
Okay.
I'm a low. Come on, that's a dumb question.
All right.
That wasn't a good one.
All right, cool.
That wasn't a good one.
That was. They played for the same team, and one other guy got the all-time record.
TD family.
Okay, I got you. All right. What about boxing? Boxing areas. Do you take Philly or Baltimore?
Oh, Philadelphia.
Okay. All right. This one. You take the Steelers or the Ravens?
Steelers.
Okay.
The Steelers.
All right. University of Pittsburgh or West Virginia?
Ooh.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I bet you do. All right. Sugar Ray Leonard or Mayweather?
Sugar Ray.
Okay.
Yeah, all day long.
All right.
Mayweather couldn't beat Sugar Ray.
Okay.
Mayweather couldn't beat Sugar Ray. Stop that.
All right. What about
that's a whole different ball game?
Yeah. Okay. Kobe or LeBron? Because you came up in the Kobe era, or LeBron.
You say Kobe or LeBron?
Yeah.
LeBron.
Okay.
Kobe. I don't know, man. Listen, that one.
I'm a Kobe fan. Sorry.
No,
I know that's his questions. Let me be quiet. That's his question.
Listen. So that Kobe, LeBron. I'm taking LeBron. LeBron just. Yeah, I gotta go with LeBron.
Okay, LeBron or Mike Jordan now, if you want to go there.
Mike Jordan. No, you crazy.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT. Mike Jordan.
Yeah, I know he's not.
He ain't getting that. Stop that.
Right.
Michael Jordan.
Stop that.
Michael Jordan is really the GOAT.
You see my man? Look.
Don't talk to.
All right, here we go. I'm supposed to be impartial. All right, here we go.
You like LeBron over Michael Jordan?
Yes, he got everything over. He got more assists. Just imagine somebody telling you. Watch this. Somebody telling you that they're better than you, and you got more wins. You got more everything over.
Wins don't mean.
Watch this. Knockouts, championships, everying you got over this person. And how would that person?
Different era.
That's what I'm telling you. Those eras.
Different time.
When LeBron, the people LeBron playing against.
Oh, you know that.
Yeah, the people LeBron playing against can't hold water with those guys Jordan played against.
He done been on 100 teams.
All right,
Jordan was faithful.
Mr. Kimbrough,
them dudes were.
I'm gonna break it down. Watch this. Listen, Jake, tonight, because listen, I'm really sports.
Watch this.
I'm gonna give him one.
Okay.
Give me three. 1, 2, 3. 3 of Michael Jordan's arch nemesis as far as playing his position. So give me 3 2 guards that during the time period of which Michael Jordan played.
Basketball in that category, no.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
I don't know basketball.
Like I'm gonna give you an example, right? When Michael Jordan.
But I can tell you this though. But I can tell you this though. Those people, when those hit Michael Jordan's eras, those caliber of players aren't the same caliber of players today, and they're not better than the older players.
Yeah, they were. It's just like back in the day. Watch this.
No.
Like for instance, Cousy. Cousy's a Hall of Famer all day. But do you think Bob Cousy could guard Kyrie right now? Like, just be honest.
Yep.
No. Like, think about Bill Russell. Bill Russell got 11, 13 rings, right? Right? Bill Russell's great. But do you really believe Bill Russell could guard Shaq?
Do you think they could have?
Yeah.
You think they could have?
Bill Russell was 6'9", 260 pounds. Shaq coming in was 7'1", 301.
You still guard him. Have a good elbow.
And wave at his chest.
I'm not taking this enough. That ain't happening.
See?
Okay. All right. And this last one. Oh, damn.
All right.
So the last question I had, we gotta make sure to get this one in. What between what school? Harvard or Carnegie Mellon?
Oh, Harvard all day long.
Okay, all right. Because I thought you was gonna go with hometown Carnegie. All right, it's all good.
No, Harvard. I'm going Harvard.
All right, I got you. That was it, but that's it. So the LeBron Jordan debate, the Kobe LeBron was easy, but the LeBron Jordan one was the one that you was like, all right, you tripping. All right, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. But listen. But now I'm gonna ask you some football questions. If you had to have a Hall of Fame in Pennsylvania, the state of Pennsylvania, I want to say in around 2000 when you went pro, they actually had this around the country. They said the 4 best athletes in your state, right, of all time. And you would think some states would be dominant and then some states wouldn't be there. But you look at some people, it was like, whoa, they had some doozies. But who would be the 4 greatest athletes in Pennsylvania history? All sports.
I don't for a lot of athletes in
Pennsylvania. Yes.
Like
the top.
Oh, my athletes would go from boxing.
No.
That'll work. If that's what he wants, that's what he did.
Okay.
My athletes, listen, guess what? My athletes in that time, I'm gonna be in one of those lineups. Listen, I'm thinking my damn self too. I just ain't gonna play me regardless. Okay.
No, hold on. Pennsylvania, I got 4 of myself. So how about this? You tell me your 4, and then I'm gonna tell you.
No, tell me your 4.
Okay, I'll tell you my 4. Yeah, it's real easy. Wilt Chamberlain, Julius Erving, Frazier, Joe Montana.
Not Joe Montana.
What? Joe Montana, they just said Tom Brady just passed him. He was the greatest quarterback until Tom Brady passed him. Joe Montana? What quarterback you would put besides Tom Brady? You would put over Joe Montana?
No, I wouldn't put Joe Montana then. I put Tony Dorsett.
Knock it off.
Number 10. All right.
Hold on.
I put Tony Dorsett in there.
You put Tony Dorsett. Okay. You realize Tony Dorsett is not even in the top 5. Like, I'm putting everybody that's in the top 3 in their field.
How you gonna tell him what his
I'm not telling him.
Is?
I'm just saying. Okay, watch this.
Wilt Chamberlain told him his top 5.
But you realize, no, Wilt Chamberlain
is the number 1 basketball player, most dominant of all time. He averaged 48 points a game for a season.
But I don't know those sports like that either, man. So you asked me a question that I'm not knowledgeable.
Okay, got you. Yeah, and I'm
not knowledgeable on all those sports. Guess what? I couldn't eat off of none of them. I couldn't eat off of none of them damn sports.
Guys.
I couldn't. So I never listen. And if they did it before me, I really didn't care.
Gotcha. So no doubt. But we're thankful that you came on. What I'm saying? One thing I could say is, brother, you retired and you still have a hairline. So in my book, you're successful. You know what I'm saying? You still got the hairline, brother. So like,
I got some good hair too.
Yeah.
That's why O got on hat. He
I got
can't
the
do
You
that.
ain't got no hairline,
Oh no, I got the George Evans. I got the Me Too movement. Like I got the big M right here. You got the M way back. Yeah, it's real crazy. Matter of fact, I don't even got the M no more. I got the big U. You know what I'm saying? I got the big U. But I've been seeing all them joints where they glue your hair on now. You know what I mean? Like you got that joint like you could do it ultra perm. That's ultra perm or that's you?
No, it's all natural.
Ultra perm.
Ain't nothing but ultra perm.
And between him and Sierra, them babies gonna have some nice hair between him and Sierra. Between the both of them.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh yeah. But for myself, I don't have no hairline, so I saw you and I was like, damn, this motherfucker retired and got the hairline and you got all your teeth. It's like, man, you worked it out right. You know what I'm saying? Like me, like real talk.
I'm killing the game.
You killing the game.
Killing it.
Because the Lord got practical jokes on me. I'm telling you now. He was like this. Yeah, like me, I had an 8-pack. My stomach and stuff was so I had an 8-pack. Right now, I got a 1 kegger. Right? So that's 1. Number 2, I'm not retired yet. Number 3, I don't, it gave me the U right now. And then of all things, he gave me 3 daughters. I was like, yo,
3 girls.
I said, yo, so you know my gun game is nice.
You got 3 girls?
3.
Oh man, how does the oldest?
15.
Oh man, you in trouble.
Yeah, oh, you tell me. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Absolutely. Shit, I'm just going to the ring. I'm just
I got 2.
All right, well,
yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean?
You got 2 girls or 2 girls and a boy?
Yeah.
Who?
You said you got 2 girls?
I do. I got 2 girls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 girls, 2 boys.
Okay.
Yep. So and that's it. I also got snipped too, so Sierra can forget about it. It ain't happening no more. It's over.
I'm in.
Hey, shout out. I'll put bars on that because they always be telling them ladies. So he's responsible.
Yeah.
You next. Oh, you next.
My wife, she was like, she did something with her. I was like, I was like,
Oh, she went through with it. She got it tied.
Nah, she got something like IUD, DUI, like it's not a drug test. Yeah, it's like a drug test. I was like,
but that's still, you still can get her pregnant though.
Yo, tell me the secret, brother.
Tell you the secret?
Yeah, go ahead.
You want me to tell you the secret? How you not? You want to know the secret?
Yeah.
Go get snipped.
Oh, hell no. I'm trying, listen, I said I want 7. But you know, I know what's going on. Like, yeah. Listen, my wife, she like, I'm crazy. Because if you see the side angle of this thing is for real. You know what I mean? Like, this is for real. Like when you see me, you be like this. Yo, that head is for real. Like, she had to be really in love with me to be like, yo, hold up, what? Yo, that gotta come with? So this is the like most women look at this and be like, nah, my nigga. You know what I mean? Like, nah, he ain't doing that. Like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't hitting on nothing.
Yeah.
But I was like,
that's funny.
Let's drop a 7. Like, I wanted to be like the Brady Bunch, but like, you know, the black suburban one.
You crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, and if it ain't work out in sports, we just turn them into band members. Like, I put one on the drums. I had all types of plans, like 3, and then it's like they just want to do schoolwork and science projects, and this is like, oh my god, this is crazy.
You want more? You want more?
Yeah. I was thinking about twin boys. I said, let's just do twin boys, and then
How old are you?
He said twin boys. Get him over with.
How old are you now?
He's in the 40s club.
I'm upper 40s.
Man, you let that, man. Listen, I don't know. You need to let that go. listen.
I like him.
I ain't gonna tell you no boy shit. Because
let it go.
You need to let that dream go. You be 50 something. Yeah, you be 50 talking about diapers, man. Let that go. It's over.
Nah, but I'm in the stage where the older children.
Nah, he only promises 70 years.
True. So
10.
Yep. Get back to your roots, baby. Listen, it's over. Go ahead and call it quits. Go get that in. Listen, that's the reason why I went and got snipped. So I can have fun with my wife.
Absolutely.
Have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna have fun like a mother. But she come back to me, I'm pregnant. I'm like, I was like, I can get around that thing. All right, watch this.
Crazy.
He told me, he's like, I got it. DUI. I was like, what? You drinking and driving? Fuck out of here, man. Man, I don't care. That ain't
you said drinking and driving.
I got a DUI.
Yeah, I was like, and I ain't gonna stop nothing over here.
Crazy.
I was like, we get home, it's on. It's gonna be but you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But Mr. Kimbrough, yo, it was great. It was fabulous. It was spectacular. You know what I mean? I'm happy that we had this conversation, and I want to see, you know what I'm saying, your wife get on the team, and I want to see if she's gonna coach. She want to coach another women's league. Or I'm seeing how you acting. Yeah, coach women's league. And then
she coaches them damn kids. If you gonna coach them, coach them damn kids.
Yeah, oh, another big question. What if What if your daughter want to play football?
I'm not take away her dream. It ain't something I prefer.
Gotcha.
But
sound like
I'm not gonna kill a child's dream.
Absolutely.
But a lot. Listen, I don't believe in it.
Yeah, I know. Listen,
I don't believe in it.
Ali was the biggest, detractor of Layla Ali boxing. He was like, I don't like it. It was like, what? Your daughter is one of the best. And he was like, boy, he never wanted his daughter to box. And I'm like, damn, she's real nice. But at the same time, she also beautiful. I was like, yo, it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Some of them women, I'll be like, yeah, go like Ronda Rousey. Like, go ahead and fight. You know what I mean? Go ahead and fight. It ain't gonna harm nothing. It ain't gonna make a difference. Like Layla, I was like,
Layla was able to capitalize off her daddy's name too.
As she should.
Yeah, as she should.
I would.
As she should, and as your children
Absolutely.
should.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Take that Kimbrough name back to the household, back to the stall.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see my kids getting hit though. That ain't happening.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's why I create those companies, man. So they ain't got it. Listen, it should be easier. Every generation should get easier in my aspect. It should be getting easier. But I am including something that I think, I'm teaching, I'm starting at an early age, teaching them how to invest and, getting the stock market and putting their money.
Right.
Yeah. So that way, the white folks doing it, they ain't gotta, you work because God ordered us to work. But if God said, let any man, woman not work, also let them not eat. So we work, we're ordered to work.
Gotcha. Well, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your hard work. Yep. Definitely enjoyed you on KROSS BARZ. Thanks for hanging out with us. Do you have any type of social media or anything that people can follow you on? You want to shout that out? They can follow you on Instagram or anything like that?
Nah.
All right, that works.
I heard you Instagram. You like, nah, man.
Nah.
Too many old flames sending booty pics back. Remember?
Yeah,
that's that old player thing. I don't got no Instagram. Nah. I don't want people finding me. I'm married. Yeah, I know. I got a couple friends.
Well, look, you can find him on our show on KROSS BARZ. We'll put it out there. Shout out to KROSS BARZ. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on our website and Facebook. And shout us out. KROSS BARZ, KROSS BARZ. We got bars. Thank you very much, Mr. Kimbrough. We'll speak to you again, hopefully. Peace.
Yep. Yeah. Peace out.